morning just to kind of help solidify the different buckets you're pulling your parts in from. So when you're building your job, you've got all of this down. I know you do, but just think of it this way. When you hit to add part, you have 4 different buckets that you can pull your parts from. Inventory is going to be the ones that we stock. So that's going to be the majority of your mufflers, your Y pipe, your X pipe. So you can add it from your inventory. So you find your part you want to add. We've added it. We're going to hit labor, install muffler, save. Okay, so when you go back in after you've saved it, it's showing that you're pulling this part from inventory. Now let's say it's something like the Essex where you have a ton of jobs. We're going to add our next job. Let's say it's a brake job. Search in your labor guide for brakes. Whichever one coincides with what the job is you're doing. You're going to add it to your, let's just call this a cart, just like you normally would. Add a job. Next, we're going to pull in our part from Parts Tech. Let's say we're doing a brakes master cylinder. All right, here's a brakes master cylinder. So at the top, it'll indicate you have 17 that are pulling from AutoZone. None are coming from Allied, 2 from Napa, 5 from O'Reilly. You find the part that the guys say you need, add it to your cart, submit your quote. Okay. Now we've pulled our Napa part in, we're going to save. So it's saying that we quoted it. That means that we pulled it out of Parts Tech and it's quoted. So we've pulled that, and this is the cost and the retail, obviously. Now let's say you're going to add one manually. Let's say we're adding a windshield wiper linkage. This is our labor, so we're going to add it, add to your job. Next, we've got to manually put the part in because let's say, for example, it's coming from Brett. So we're going to add the part manually. You may or may not know what the brand is. You've likely already talked to Brett, already gotten an estimate over from him. So we're going to just say windshield wiper linkage. Whatever your part number is, you may not have that yet. If you do, enter your part number, what your cost is, and what your retail is. Save that job. Okay, so now we have one that's from inventory, one that's from Parts Tech, and now we have one that we entered manually and it's saying needed. Let's say you went ahead and you did all of the work already. You're trying to complete it and close out the ticket. Obviously, you won't be able to do that until they authorize it. So let's say they've authorized the work. You haven't ordered this part yet. You have them go through and you have them sign. On the digital screen. I'm not going to click it because it'll go into there. And then you hit authorize. You can have them sign on the computer for you, or you can hit capture on terminal, and that's where you're going to have them sign on that little screen. Insert your signature, authorize it. Okay, now we've moved to the authorized column. And now we need to order the parts. So there's several different ways you can order the parts. We're showing one from inventory, one quoted from Parts Tech, and one needed. So you can go to your parts hub here and you can click on your windshield wiper linkage. This is the one that's showing as needed. You can enter your phone order. So this is where you're going to hit Robert Horn Ford, your invoice number, paid by credit card, save order details. Whoops. Save order details. Okay. So now we've gotten rid of the manual one. We've said we've ordered the part. So now we have it popped over to ordered. So now we have to tell the computer that we got the part in. So we're going to hit mark order received. And we're saying that this is what our ticket number is. We received it today, received. Okay. So now we have the part from inventory that was already in here pulling in. Now we have the windshield wiper link coming in that we manually entered and then manually told the computer that we ordered it, and we manually told the computer that we received it. Last you have is the one that's quoted, and this is the one that's coming in from Parts Tech. So you can either submit the order, which I typically don't do unless they know it's coming over, or enter your phone order. So this is the one coming from Napa. So we're going to hit Day Auto. Napa. Sorry about that. What your invoice number is. It was paid by credit card. Save your order details. So now here in your parts hub, you're showing that you have none needed, none quoted, but you have one ordered. You're going to mark this one received. And now you're going to it's going to show that you have one still coming from inventory. You've received your part from Napa. You've already gotten that in there. And you've received your one from Robert Horn Ford. But let's say Sean adds on a last minute part after you've got your ticket done, and it's a manual because it's another one coming from Horn Ford and you forgot. So your part name, number, how much it is, save. Okay, so let's say he went ahead and reauthorized, your customer went ahead and reauthorized it. Have them sign. Again, have them capture on the terminal, but I'm going to sign here just to get through this demonstration. Okay. I think where you're getting mixed up is you're going to hit work in progress. You're finishing out your ticket. Mileage in, mileage out. Complete work. Confirm. What it's saying is you have parts on approved jobs that don't have showing received from TechMetric. So you want to go back to your estimate. If it's alerting you as to that, you're going to click on your parts needed. This is where you're going to enter your PO again. And hit Save Order Details. We're going to receive the part again. All right, everything's been received. So you'll see your different ones. Ordered parts, partially received parts, or received parts. So now all of your parts have been received from one bucket or the other in this column here, which means you're good to close out your ticket. After you've assigned your categories, your tech, okay, we show all parts are received now. You've put in all of your categories, and now you should be good to go ahead and complete your work. Confirm. So it's giving me an error again. It's not letting me complete the work until I fix something. So it's telling me I had to assign that. Okay, all the work's done. All the parts are received. I have no red. I have no exclamation points. Complete your work. Confirm. Saying 100% complete. And now you're good to take payment. But I want you to keep in mind, you can still take payment if you have parts that are pending or that say needed. So let's say you don't have your purchase order in yet. It's okay. The customer's there to pick it up. You've got your PO. Don't stress over making sure that everything is complete and perfect before they pay. If they're standing in front of you, go ahead and take their payment just like you would. And the only issue it's going to cause is it's going to show paid. You get them checked out, and then you can always go back into this PO later. So I know that I haven't moved to the complete column because I have to put that last PO in after the customer paid and left, which is totally fine. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to enter my last phone order. Then I'm going to receive my part. Okay, customers already checked out, customers paid, and what you're trying to do is just get your work completed to get it to move to the column of completed. All right, so customer checked out, they paid, you completed this after they left, and now you're ready to post it. I hope this helps. I'll be happy to stop by this afternoon so you can practice on this and we can go over everything in live time.